If climate change continues, we are probably going to be the last green spot on the eastern United States, or at least the Appalachian region. We are the heart of the Appalachian region. But geographically, we are really diverse.
Conserving Mountains. Nice in-depth look to the West Virginia environment, just the wildlife teeming across these beautiful landscapes. It made me very much want to go. It's now on my list. And I thought the interaction and intersection of the landscapes and the nature and getting to see the intricacies of that and the nuances of that. It was great getting this insider look into the flora and fauna and what research affords us, and the great work that researchers are doing in understanding this land and letting it have a voice, essentially, through this research. I thought there's a great variety of voices, very educational, without ever lagging in pacing. And they never really lost me. They kept us engaged, and I think the great visuals to accompany the information was brilliantly balanced. So, loved this piece.
Conserving Mountains. This piece contains various beautiful visuals of mountains in the West Virginia Appalachian Mountain area, and also the nature that exists in that space as well. And it speaks about the conservation efforts and the introduction of various species to this ecosystem and the effects of that. It's filled with very informed people who are giving information and are clearly very passionate about this area and the residing species and the conservation of it overall. I do feel like this is a very informative piece, specifically about this particular region.
This film felt very much like a conservation film that you would see in like museums or at conservation centers. And being with West Virginia in the Appalachian Mountains, I'm going to say it probably was at like a state park or something like that, made for that. But it is still very informative. It's a way to get people involved because people who go to conservation centers really are interested in what is there. They're for education. This film has all the animals. It kind of, even though it's short, it kind of goes through all the animals and the wildlife there, the forestation, everything that makes up these mountains and why it's important to conserve them. I know introducing wildlife is great. I know in the mountains near me, we're starting to reintroduce wolves. And so there's things like that, like they said in the Appalachians, reintroducing elk is a great thing, and falcons and everything else. They're amazing. And once you do it well and you're near mountains, you start seeing some of these animals, especially the birds, down around your towns. They'll start flying in once in a while and you'll see them. It really is an amazing thing that these people are doing. The quality of the film really did feel like that should be on a small little screen within the conservation center, but it's still a way to get people actively involved in figuring out what to do and make them want to give a donation.
Conserving Mountains. I really like this a lot. I like that it was specific to West Virginia. I've never been there. The shot in the beginning, the opening shot, was just gorgeous, beautiful with the lighting and the mountains. Just really great way to open up this film. I thought it was very informative. For instance, that they're able to support a wide variety of wildlife. And I like how the guy said the more diverse an ecosystem is, the healthier it is and the better for humans and everyone, and it's easier to manage. But when you start removing elements, animals become extinct. It's just so fragile. And I loved seeing that certain elements are coming back, whether they're being purposely reintegrated or they're coming on their own. So it was really well done. I enjoyed this a lot. Thank you.
This is for Conserving Mountains. This is a dive into West Virginia's conservation efforts with beautiful footage of these majestic landscapes that have been, unfortunately, negatively impacted by humans' activity and climate change. They are showcasing the wildlife either that's thriving or recouping, like falcons or eagles, elk, fish. They also make a point of the beautiful monarch butterflies migration path and how they are also supporting that, and it's other pollinators intervention in the whole cycle. It is very informative. I loved how the scientists and people involved and interested show their passion to the film. I enjoyed it a lot.